Well, I tried to warn them. Here it is, November 3rd. A little bit late, but only 94 views.
Spent much of the weekend campaigning in Pennsylvania, a key swing state in the election. NPR's Kerry Johnson says some of Trump's most recent comments at his Republican campaign events have been raising questions, including those about law enforcement.
He says he wants to give police more legal protection from being sued for things like excessive force. And he said for years now, the death penalty should be carried out against drug dealers. And he wants other harsh penalties imposed on people who do things like steal from retail stores. More recently, he told a campaign audience police should be allowed to get rough on some of these thieves for just 1 hour. And the word now, that kind of rhetoric from a former and possibly future president could motivate some police to break the rules in the federal civil rights laws, and that's worried a lot of people.
On Saturday in Pennsylvania.
Hear that, 1A community? That's Trump. You want Trump? You want police to have more immunity. Go ahead and vote. I don't understand it. When I became aware of First Amendment auditing, uh, it was a following of a group of people who went with me on January 6th to record people breaking the law. And they pointed out to me what First Amendment auditing was. And as I reviewed First Amendment auditing, it seemed like the vast majority of people who create First Amendment audit videos and watch First Amendment audios lean right, lean conservative, lean towards Trump. And it wasn't just me and my 94 view video that warned you all. It's been all over the fucking news. Trump rallies, Mike Johnson's Congress trying to pass this shit. Well, the warnings were there, and we're here, and this is what Chris Ryder showed us the other day.
Hey, y'all. This is urgent. I would not have done a live stream at 11:15 on Friday night if this wasn't extremely important. We only have until Thursday to get anything done about this. Again, amongst the 1,000 pages of Trump's big, beautiful bill.
Now, what Chris is telling us is that it made it into the big, beautiful bill. I wasn't aware that it was in that, but I was aware that they've been trying this for a while, and I've been trying to warn the 1A community of it. Shortly after Mike Johnson got the speakership back in, 2023, retards like Jim Banks and 40 other co-sponsors, managed to get a bill passed in the House, Qualified Immunity Act of 2023. It did not go any further than the House. Obviously, it's never going to pass the Senate, at least not as a standalone. But as these articles point out, the Republicans, well, okay, let's be fair, Democrats do it too. When they can't get something passed on a standalone bill, they keep trying as an amendment or an insert, an omnibus to other bills that they pass. Let's see if we can get to that. It's common for legislative text to be introduced concurrently on multiple bills. They keep trying until they get it through. The problem with that is, as you once heard, they don't always read the bills. And I haven't read the big beautiful bill like they said. It's 1,000 pages. I know what they intended to do going in, but they went over 30 hours of midnight voting and backroom deals and backroom threats. And I don't know if what they came out with 1,000 pages later, 30 hours after Trump said, we have a terrifically unified party. He actually said Reich. Uh, what actually ended up in the 1,000-page bill, I don't know, but Chris apparently has found that, yes, uh, this did make it into it, apparently. Uh, the weird thing is, and it's not just the right, but a real bad habit of the right wing is they're not paying attention to what's right before them. Let me explain. For example, January Specific once hosted me, and he showed me this video clip. And you can see at the top of the video clip, it's titled, Dancing at Jefferson Memorial Will Get You Body Slammed and Arrested. And he's calling it the Lincoln Building. It's right there in front of him, Jefferson Memorial. And he calls it the Lincoln Building. What else about this night? Yeah, Jefferson Memorial. Not Lincoln Building. By the way, memorial is a place of honor, dignity, and respect to the person, in this case, Thomas Jefferson. Let's continue. Also, right before his eyes are the words on the back of these police officers' shirts, U.S. Park Police. And the entire time he's arguing with me on his panel, he's calling them Capitol Police. I get it. You don't know a cop from a cop from a cop. In D.C., you have the D.C. Metro Police, MPD. You have the Capitol Police. They secure Capitol Hill and they protect members of Congress. And you have U.S. Park Police, and they're usually very clearly identified. Of course, this is before the Trump administration when federal police tend to be unmarked and in masks. But at the time we went over this, very as clear as day, U.S. Park Police. And as he's explaining to me, he's calling them Capitol Police. And as Chris is explaining, this police immunity thing in this huge bill that probably most of them haven't read.
Without even reading it.
Sit down, my son. We don't read most of the bills. Do you really know what that would entail if we were to read every bill that we pass?
Yeah, folks don't always read this shit. And to their credit, the right made a big to do about that when the ACA, when the Obamacare bill was passed. They didn't read it. They said, in fact, they were told you can read it after you vote for it. But even when it's available, even when it's right in front of you, people don't pay attention.
His plus mine. I
Oh, he
mean,
don't believe in
rape me through your audio, sir. How about that? Like, just a thought. I mean, not difficult, no.
White cheddar too. I guess we have to try that one out. That's still technically cheesy puffs, even though it's
He's just raping my ears here.
got
It's
that one,
fucking insane.
Wally. Go to whiskey fun, and we will need to see the lampshade. We got one from Targeted Patent too.
Wait, did no wrong? Is super chatting him? What?
Yes, I can't. I can't eat it now, chat. I really want to. I am kind of hungry.
Like, what? Why?
All right. What you're seeing here is Chris putting out the information that yes, they are coming after our rights very blatantly through congressional bills, hoping one of them gets past the Senate so that the president can sign it to make police allowed to get away with pretty much anything. Now, I did this several months ago, pointed out this is what Trump is running on. The First Amendment audit community didn't pay any attention. A lot of them thought that I was, had, what was it, TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. I didn't believe me. Even though Trump literally ran on it. In fact, Chris here, during this video that they're reviewing, actually shows clips from his campaign, his events, his rallies, where he's actually saying this shit, and people are cheering him on. Yeah, okay. Here's the problem. Chris is being reviewed by Generally Specific, the same guy who doesn't know Park Police from Capitol Police or Lincoln Building from Jefferson Memorial. He cannot see what's right before him, but it's not just on the right. I don't know the politics of this panel, Hill Pirate Studios. They're more about comedy and slamming. They don't really do much on politics. But while Generally Specific is not paying any attention at all to the very video that he is reviewing, neither is his chat. And as Hill Pirate Studios reviews GS reviewing Chris, they're not paying attention not only not to Chris, but not to GS. They're just dunking and clowning. They're having fun. This isn't a political statement, but what do we have? We have Chris Ryder's chat, not paying attention. We have GS reviewing and his chat, not paying attention. Talk about cheesy poofs and all this other bullshit. And we have Jeff and Scotto's not here tonight. Jeff and G2. G2 is formerly of, G2. He's literally trained in the intelligence community and not paying attention. Everyone's paying attention to other things. GS is paying attention to games. Jeff and G2 are paying attention to their chats. Nobody, absolutely fucking nobody, left, right, middle, dunking, having fun, supporting, opposing, nobody is paying attention to the fact that Donald Trump is trying to take away our rights. And Donald Trump just got a big part of it passed in the House of Representatives. Donald Trump is hoping to get it passed in the Senate. I think Chris said Thursday. I don't know. Wake up, America. Wake the fuck up. It may be too late. I was explaining to a friend on the phone very recently. We've lost the political battle and we've lost the legal battle. Our only option now is the other options.